Hey guys, welcome to Under the Arch Sports. Eric Hobbs here talking Mizzou recruiting and Javion Hilson, the final member of the class of 2025. Somehow a five-star is sneaking in there. How's that even happen? We'll talk about that. But first, please guys, I need you to do me a favor. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. Find us on Facebook, Instagram, X, and Spotify. All right, so Javion Hilson. Yeah, you see the five stars. You probably never heard of him. That's impossible it feels like, but here we are. So he is Hilson is 6 foot 3.5. That's the most common measurement I saw on his huddle. It's got 6'5". So maybe I think it's probably closer to 6'5", to be honest with you, but it got what the services have listed 235. He's an edge rusher. Cocoa High School, Cocoa, Florida, kind of Central Florida there. Teammates with Javen Boggs, former Mizzou commit, who is going to end up staying in Florida. Long story there, as it turns out for him, but maybe that's how Mizzou kind of got their in is by connection with Boggs there. I don't know. Anyway, five stars, as I said. Rivals has him as their number 16 overall prospect in their entire class. Poor old 24/7 Sports on three. Well, they don't think that much of him. They got him all the way down at 69 and 76th overall for their classes. Hope your sarcasm meter's not broken there. Yeah, well inside the top 100 for both of them. I don't include ESPN because they're garbage. Yeah, so Hilson was committed to Florida State for the better part of the year. Committed in January, decommitted in September as Florida State's faceplant as a program was yeah, kind of in full swing. So he opened things up and it looked like, a lot of schools were after him. We'll talk about that in a second. For this year, 71 tackles, 24 tackles for loss, and 14 sacks. Big impact on that defensive line. And I started to mention all the schools that were after him. You see the offer list. It's absurd. It is a who's who of blue bloods and recruiting giants. After he decommitted from the Seminoles, got visits with Syracuse and Pittsburgh, along with Michigan. Texas A&M were thought to be factors. That's according to Power Mizzou. So, a little curious with some of those. East Coast, I guess, but still Northeast. But I didn't include them just because I want to show off the offer list because it's absurd. So, when you look at the film, oh my goodness. The first thing that you notice, it's the very first play, I think, on the package I watched on Huddle. He just blows the offensive tackle up, just powers right through him. The poor tackle is stumbling backward, just trying to keep his balance, and he just destroys him and then gets tackle for loss. Just sheer power, utter domination. It's not fair. And lots of strength, lots of power. And once he blows up whoever's trying to block him, that poor guy, he gets into the backfield and he's there to wreak havoc. He doesn't want to just tackle you. He wants to completely envelop you and just throw you to the ground. Got that mean streak. He's got, he's got a high motor. He plays hard, which is good. You like to think that that's automatic, but there's times where you see, okay, runs to the other side, and you kind of just mosey around for a little bit. No, no, Hilson will get after it no matter what until the play is over. And there were a couple plays in the film package where the running back was on the other side of the field, and he chased him down. You know, it's not that he has elite speed; it's just that he didn't quit. And that once defenders kind of got there, he slowed up a little bit, and then Hilson came in and cleaned up the mess from behind. So impressive in that regard that, yeah, he's not going to give up. He will make a tackle downfield, athletic enough to get there. At 6'5", I guess he is 6'3.5", whatever he is, and 235. you look at him and you're like, wow, he's got plenty of room on his frame to add muscle. And it's not that he's skinny. It's almost wiry at 235, which is incredible. You know, I think his frame at 6'5", say that's what he is, he'll have no problem getting to 255, I feel like. Which, man, oh man, that's once you get if you get 265, 255, there's anything close to that at the collegiate level, you're a monster. And I think Hilson might be that before it's all said and done. So Missouri coming in out of nowhere. That I mentioned, you may have never heard of this guy, Javion Hilson. Part of the reason is Missouri did not offer until November 20th. Yeah, 2 weeks ago, basically. That in that short period, Missouri extended the offer, got him on campus for a visit for senior day of the Arkansas game he visited, and made it happen in that short of a span. That is a power move in terms of Drinkwitz as a recruiting threat, Missouri as a program to be reckoned with, and a team and a program that blue chip recruits are going to want to pay attention to. And yet, let's be honest with ourselves. I'm sure it speaks to the strength and the power and the support of the NIL, the collectives, all of that going on with Missouri. All of that is powerful and it's really helping Missouri out. And that's part of why this class is kind of a consensus top 20 recruiting class. And I'll tell you what, you look at the guys Missouri's bringing in on the edge. In a couple of years, these guys pan out. Missouri is going to be terrifying in pass rush. And you talk about Missouri secondary this year. Well, if they had monsters off the edge, they would not have been under so much scrutiny because the quarterback would have been getting sacked every other drop back. I exaggerate, but you get the point. Yeah, so yeah, that is exciting. It's going to make playing defense and corner more attractive for Missouri. Kind of chain reaction like, hey, you come to Mizzou, we got these monsters here. We're going to go get after the quarterback. You don't have to cover for 5 seconds. You're not going to get burned because if you can cover for 3 seconds, we're going to get the quarterback. Corners are going to like that. Let's face it. Takes pressure off them. So everything like this is just complements each other and it builds momentum for Missouri in the program. Javion Hilson, perhaps a huge part of that going forward. And that's a wrap, guys, on Mizzou's class of 2025 out of high school. We'll see about the transfer portal. That's going to be the Wild West again. I'm going to put together a playlist so you guys can just look at all the different recruits that Missouri has. Be sure to check out all that. We covered every single recruit in this class. So if you're wondering, we've got you covered there. We've got you covered with everything going on in the world of St. Louis sports. Until next time, thank you all for watching.